Now it visible. Thanks for coming. Now today we are going to start drop downs. So these are your some these are some web elements. This text box, radio button, checkboxes, drop down, and calendars, HTML tables, and others also, which I have not written over here. So first I will cover all of these, right? So today I will be covering this drop downs, checkboxes, radio button, and text boxes, right? So all of these I am going to cover today, and next week I will be covering this calendar and HTML tables, right? So starting from the drop down, first let me tell you basically in internet with the websites we have basically three types of drop downs present. First one is static, second is dynamic, and third one is your auto suggestive, right? So I am going to first explain all these drop downs. How will we know that which drop down is what type, right? So let me open suppose this wikipedia.com. If I click here, see these are drop downs present, right? So this is static drop down, right? If I'll open the internet Heroku web, drop down, see if I click here, so these are your drop downs present, right? So this is static drop down. How can I say it? If I will click for this Wikipedia, if I click here and inspect this, then see this is your select class, right? So select class have option values, right? Option values. If I'll explore this, then see option. If I will go to HTML drop down, click on this, then see this select class, right? HTML code is static code that you guys know. And if here, if I will click on this drop down, see these drop down values are present. If I have to add one more value, what I will do, I will copy this and paste, and suppose Honda, right? Shine. See, if I'll run this, then this again new value will be present. If I have to one more value, then I have to change on code. So this means this is static, right? So that's why we call it as static drop down, right? And what about the dynamic drop down? If I go in this, suppose spicejet.com, if I want to book a flight and I type Kanpur, see after once I have from value is Kanpur, then these much flights are present to from Kanpur to other places, right? If I, so these some 10 to 12 flights, right, from Kanpur to other places. Suppose I type Delhi, then from Delhi these number of flights are present, right? So you can go to international also, but from Kanpur If I click on Kanpur, see they Kanpur to international flights are also present, but see these are less values than Delhi, right? So dynamically data is coming from directly from database, right? So because from Kanpur to these much are flights, these much places we cannot go directly, we have to go some other airport, and then from there we will move to other, right? So based on my first result, second result is getting suggested. That's why I'm saying it as dynamic, right? So once first result I give, it will filter for second result. Suppose I come here, and so this was about dynamic drop down. Suppose I what about auto suggestive drop down? Suppose I am at google.com. If I type IND here, see these results are suggested. These results are suggested using two ways. First way is uh, uh, although it's Google mechanism, but whatever I got through it is first is based on your search history, right? And second is based on maximum search for that keyword, based on current trend, right? Right? Based on multiple social sites, trolls, and trends, right? So suppose I will troll anyone, and that is more that goes on trend. So based on that also the Google suggests you some results. Just like uh, uh, before 2 or 3 days ago, it was trending on Twitter that unemployment day, right? Unemployment day, 17th of August, right? So just because that was trending on Twitter, so that was getting suggested at the top. If people were typing unemployment day, so it was trending on top. So if you I have searched IND, so see the because I search a lot Indian Railways. So based on your these four things and maybe lot more, whatever I know about that, so Google suggests you. That's why it's called as auto suggestive dropdown. In multiple websites, these features are present. If you go to Amazon.com, based on your previous search history, it will suggest you some new ones, right? If I same thing applies here also. So we are going to automate all these dropdown, all these dropdowns we are going to learn. Suppose I type IND here and right click and inspect this, so there is no select class present. This, see if I right click and inspect this first one, then see no select class present, because this is not your HTML dropdown. This data is coming from directly database, right? So that's why this is auto suggestive dropdown, right? So we are going to first uh, automate all these three dropdowns, then we'll see next topic. So let me create any project here. And as I said that if you are making any project, first for doing anything you need to import libraries, right? Properties, and go and import libraries. Selenium jars, right? Now I will create a project here, web elements, sorry, package web elements. Instead, let me change it to, because I have already given my project name as web element, I will change it to drop downs. And right click and create a class static drop down. You need to first give the browser information, which browser you want to launch. So I want to launch Chrome browser. System.set properties the class, right? Here you will pass which browser, WebDriver dot Chrome dot driver. Whichever browser you want to launch, you have to pass that driver information here, that driver, and the where the driver you have downloaded, that location you need to pass, right? So I have present in this location Java workspace Selenium, and this is my Chrome driver present, right? I will copy this location and paste over here, and then after I need to create object for this Chrome driver. Same thing which I doing in this class you need to do with the Firefox, right? So Chrome driver equal to new Chrome driver, right? Now just what I want to do, I want to automate this static drop down, right? I want to select this DANSK value, right? How can I do this? There are two ways. First way is, that is your traditional way, you can use this send keys method, right? But there is problem with this send keys method. Sometimes 99% time it's correct, but 1% is not handled in code by itself, right? You need to handle it. You don't know when it is going to give error. First we will understand with this send keys and we'll know the problem, and then we will perform this task with this select class, right? Then we will get to know about the select drop downs, and then after this is I am talking about the static drop downs, right? Static drop downs only. After this you will see a famous interview question. People generally ask, how you will get all the drop downs values from the, how will you get all drop down values from select, right? So this first I will cover, then I will move to auto suggested drop down, right? So let's handle it by using send keys. Before handling anything, we should know that how we can write locator for it. I can select any value if after writing locator for it, because in whole web page how will you uniquely identify this drop down, right? Because multiple elements are present, right? So that's why we need to write locator for it. So once we locate it, then I can get value from it, right? So how yesterday I have covered the locators. How can get this write this locator? Suppose I am going to write XPath. So right click and inspect this ID. So what's the syntax for XPath? Yesterday I told you syntax for XPath is / tag name @attribute sorry attribute is equal to value, right? This is your uh, syntax for XPath. So I am going to write that, right? So here just select your selector sub, or you can directly write in console also. First let's write on console, control L, it will clear the log. If you are writing the XPath, then use $x and then double slash, then tag name is select at the rate attribute is what, id, and value of that id, actually I have copied whole, right? Value of id is equal to, let's copy from here, this, yes, click on enter. If you click on this, then you can see this is highlighting my select box, see carefully, right? If I click on this, then the code written for it will be highlighted, right? So now we have located it correctly. We can also verify it using the selector sub. This is your plugin that I talked about this yesterday. Then see, only one select element is matching, so this is also your correct XPath. Don't hit this, but this might be chance that in this website hundreds of the drop downs present, then at that time this will be wrong, so you have to uniquely identify it. Currently it's also correct because there is only one present and see one element matching, right? But better way to write all the XPath, this will be come in practice also. I will copy this and locate this. Before locating this, we need to come to this page, right? So we can use driver dot first redirect to this page and then pass the URL, right? Also, before passing the URL, before redirecting, I want to maximize my browser window. Manage.window I want to use and maximize, right? Now this is our XPath. Let's copy it, locator, right? Driver dot find element by dot XPath and copy XPath here and send some keys. Suppose I want to select DANSK, then see this DANSK is present in this drop down, right? So this will be selected. I will run this. There is some error, let's check that. Driver executable directory selenium. Okay, I have not given the chrome driver.exe, right? Chrome driver.exe. Let's run it again. File I have not given here, that's why it's what it was doing. See, DANSK is selected, right? But suppose what the problem with this send keys, suppose I want to select this ESPERANTO, right? Now run it. See, ESPANOL is selected, but I have sent case for this, right? So now this send keys is not working properly. So this might not be the case every time, but sometimes it may be case. So better to use Selenium class, that is select class for this, right? This is your select class for handling the HTML dropdowns. Is equal to new and pass here. Inside this it asks for the your locator, right? Just pass this web element locator and pass inside this semicolon, right? And import the files. Control space after this, it will suggest you select and import this. Also you can do one thing. This is your web element, right? This is your web element. Cut it and web element return type of this is web element, right? So once you store this locator inside a variable of its type of the web element, right? So you can store it using the web element. Just like if you want to store a string, just you define the string class for that. If you want to store the integer variable, you define the primitive type of integer. Similarly, if you want to store this web element, then you have defined this web element class, right? Now you can pass this here, right? This is also working, and this is a good way to write it. Now what I want to do, after select dot, we have three methods to present for selecting any option, right? Select by index, select by value, and select by visible text. This is select by index, right? This is select by value, and this is select by visible text, right? So which I want to use? If I will pass select by index, see, if I will pass index here, and these are options, right? See how many options are present. Double slash, if you type option, see 68 options you have present, right? So which you want to choose? Suppose I want to choose first one and click on enter. So only first one element matching with the first index, right? If I want to choose the 10th, then what will the 10th? DA. If I want to choose 12, then if I'll enter, then value will be changed, right? ET. So what is ET? It is EESTI, right? So here we have this method present, select dot select by index. Suppose I pass 5 here, so fifth element will be selected, right? Click and see 0 1. Oh sorry, sixth element will be selected because index starts from 0, right? So 0, okay, BE, this was selected. 6 0 1 2 3 4 5. So this was selected, right? If I'll okay, again run it and I will show you. See, this is selected, right? If you want to cross verify, just click on here and pass fifth. But this is for index 5, right? I am this is for value 5. I am typing for index 5. So index 5 will be this be, because if I am giving from code, then it means index starts from 0 1 2 3 4 5. But if I am directly giving here, so it's not about the index, it's about the value, right? Value is, if I am clicking on 6, then it will be selecting on, because this is XPath, not your array or array list, right? So this way, same thing. If I want to use the select dot select by value, right? Select by value and select by visible text, these two extra methods, right? So select by value, what's this? Value is all about the option value attribute, right? So if I will give AST, so ASTU, this will be selected, right? So here I will give AST, select by value, and I will run this. Right, AST selected. See, ASTUR, that's what I selected, right? So see, that's why I have passed AST, and for this text was right? So my result was correct. Now if I want to select by visible text, so visible text is what you are seeing over here, right? This is your visible text, right? So for this value, visible text is this, right? So suppose I want to click on, I want to select by visible text, suppose this DE, right? I'm not able to select dot select by visible text, and now run it. Sorry. I will run it again. CDE, DEUTSCH is selected, right? So this is about static drop down. Now the thing is that these are three methods present, right? And also I have covered this send case. Anybody has any questions in it? Okay. So there is an important question for interview, is that how will select all the drop down values. So simple answer is, you have that get options method present, right? And if someone says that you don't need to use get options, then how will you do that? So there is a other way also. First let's take this get options method, and the get options method is present with the select class only, right? Because option tag is present with the select on only in HTML, right? Select dot get options, right? Now you will get all the options, right? Suppose I want to print these all options, then I can directly print these, right? But this will be printed in web element format. If you will use the get text method, then you can print also in that format. Right? This is in web element format. See, all options are this. If you use the get text from it, okay, just uh, comment it. See, you need to store inside a list. Why select dot get options. See, what is the returning type? Because if you use the get options, all the options will be returned. And what are they? They are web elements. That yesterday I said that everything present in web page is web element, right? So if you are getting the drop down, all the drop downs values, so what are they? They are the web elements, right? So if you are getting the web elements and then those are multiple, then how will you store? You have two options. Either you have the array list, and there you have arrays. You cannot do it with the arrays here, right? Because that I will cover. But first that you have list of what type you need to do web element, and this Eclipse is suggesting you as well. See, get options returning type is list web element. Why? Because get options is a multiple, right? This is multiple values it have, right? That's why you have to store in get list web element, right? So now just use the list and store. First import this list for util type, right? And then web element, and then use list, right? Now you can use for each loop for printing all sys out web element dot get text, right? Now it will print all your drop down values. This is about how you uh, this is about how you run the for each loop for list, right? So this was covered in Java part also, that how you can run the list. Okay, now suppose if someone says that don't use this get options method, then what is the way? Just comment these lines. Someone say this, don't use the get options method. If someone says get all drop down values without using get options, the same process but in a different way. You have locator where this, right, element, just copy this, right? Now you have to do one thing. You have to store all web elements, right? Like this. Suppose here I right click options, right? Suppose this is option, this is your option type, double slash 68 elements present. I want to get all these, right? So just copy this driver dot. Now instead of using find element, use the find elements, right? Find elements. Why? Because you have multiple web element with the same, right? Byte die expert with the same locator, you have multiple elements, right? That's why I'm using find elements, right? And same process store inside a list, because you are getting multiple elements, right? This time not a single, right? And now you can print this. You need to change this too, right? And just use for each loop and same process web element dot get text. You can print this. Comment this. See, right? So both way we handle this. I will close this all opening windows. Anybody has any question in it? Yeah, tag. Yeah, we can use. You can use. Just use that tag name. Locator, it's up to you which one you want to use, right? I have used this. See, this will also work. See, it's all also work. Anybody else? So this is all about your static drop down, right? Uh, Nothing more than that. So now I will be covering up. I will copy this code. I hope you guys will not mind. And now new and the auto suggestive drop down. Check main method and finish. Now what I am going to do, I am going to launch this Google Chrome, right? Type India here and then I want to click on this India. But now we can understand that here we don't have any select class present, right? If I right click here and see, this is due tab. How will we do that? First I will need to get all these values, right? Suppose I say that go to google.com, this is your test case, search for IND, whatever results comes, just grab those, then between all those results you have to click on India, right? So if I want to click on this India, then see, if I have typed IND, Then first result is Indian Railways, second is India Bix, third is Indigo, fourth is this, and India is present at this place, right? We know that my desired result is present in this seventh or eighth index, right? So seventh index, right? But your Chrome and your Selenium code, how will it know? First you have to type India, then you have to grab what will the logic for it. First you will type India, then you need all these results, right? And if you want to click on this India, then what will you do? If you want to click on India, then you will first grab all these results, and one by one you will check where is your India. Once you traverse and come to this India, then you will click on this, right? So this way we can do this, but how we can do it? Let's see. Same way that I have covered for the dynamic drop down, the answer for second one, if you don't want to use this get options, then same way is for this. If you understand this find elements, then it will be easy for you, right? Just do that. First we have to move to driver dot get and the google.com, right? Let's copy this URL and then yeah, right, and then I have to type India here. For typing, first we need to locate this, right? If we will not locate this, then where we will type in this whole web page, where because if you want to type here, can you type here? No, because there is no such facility present to type over here. This facility is present with this text box only, right? You have to manually locate it, right? You have to write locator for it. Right click, inspect. This is your code present, right? So this tag name is input, name is equal to q, right? Let's use this name field. I will write xpath for it, double slash tag name is input. So just select this. 9 input are present. I don't need to care about, I have to uniquely locate this, right? At the rate attribute I am using name and right, one element magic. Now see, it's getting highlighted, so I have uniquely identified. Now what I will do, I will cross check with the console also. If I am doing this with the XPath, then I have to type $x, open and close brackets, and this, right? See, this one is selected. So if I am hovering my mouse here, so it's highlighting this field, right? If I click this, if I click over here, then code written for it will be highlighted. Also we have verified the Chrome DevTools, right? Now let's write this locator here. Driver dot find element by dot xpath, and just you want to send keys after locating, right? What? India. Just run it and cross verify it's working on. See, it's working, right? Now I want to grab all these values. For getting all these values, again we have to write locator, because these values are not present in this text box. These are some drop downs which came, right? So I need to get this all. So I have to write a common locator which will locate all these elements, right? One locator should locate all these, right? That I have to write. So right click in this India, inspect this. Okay, let's close it and come to here. Right click in this first result and inspect this. See, if I am here, so whole thing is not getting highlighted, right? If I am here and India is highlighted, if I am here, see, if you face this problem that something is highlighted, just Google Chrome and you have to automate this. Come with this Firefox. I'll suggest that, right? Because Firefox works fine for everything, right? Because Firefox is not reliable to Google. Google Chrome is developed by Google, so better inspecting with the things with the Firefox, right? Right click and inspect element. See, if I am here, SBL1 class is highlighting this India, right? And if I want to inspect this India map, then see SBL1 class is highlighting India also, right? So for every row, SBL1 class is common, right? See, if I want to highlight this indigo, see, for every element SBL1, right? This and this span tag is written text over here, right? So SBL1 class is common between all, right? Just copy this SBL1 class. Go and write XPath for it. This class is an attribute, value is SBL1 and tag name is div, right? This information is sufficient. $x, right? Double slash tag name is div at the rate attribute is what? Class, and value is this. Just press on enter. See, 11 elements are matching, right? Just copy this XPath, right? 11 elements are matching, and what are they? If I type India and see, first one is India, second one is, if I am expanded this, then all will be expanded, and see, if in 0 index, first one is India, second index India map, third index, so for fourth index is 3 but value is 4, right? India Mart, Indigo, if I am 4, then India Post, Indian Railways. If I will come down, so last value will be highlighted, then India, China, whatever, right? So see, SBL1 class is common, and using that I can write a common locator, right? So that's why I have did that. I can cross verify it with the this also. So 179 div tags are present, so this is not common. So until we write common, class is equal to SBL1. Now SB, here you can see, if I type India over here, and now if I click enter, 8 elements are matching. First 3 are not getting highlighted just because we have used this uh, Firefox plugin to cross verify it, right? Because there is some problem with this Chrome feature. If I go to console and I will write same XPath here, double slash div at the rate class is equal to SPL1, 8 elements are, and 8 elements all are matching with the India news from third, right? But India is also present here, India, and because in India everything is not common, right? If I want to write CSS selector to cross verify it, So for CSS selector, I need to remove this double slash and this at the rate, right? Now if I press on enter, so same thing is here. That's why I have used this. That's why it suggested you to use this Firefox for inspecting element, because it directly do that, right? Directly jump to that particular locator. Oh shit. Sorry guys, actually I clicked on that close button, that's why I disconnected. Let me connect again. Let me tell me when you can see my screen. Okay. So now we have written a locator, right? So now I want to grab all that values, right? Driver dot find elements, then by dot path double slash div at the rate class is equal to PL1, right? And because we know that multiple elements will be returned, so for that we have to store that inside list, right? Elements, elements list, and to import this list, oh sorry, to import this list, import java.util package for it, and then web element class, right? Now just use the for each loop, control space, it will make that for you, sys out and print this web element. And from web element you need to get text, right? You are locating whole web element and you have to get text from that, right? If I run that, will it print all results? Let's see what happens. See, it got all the results but it has not printed, because see, once I have typed India here, we'll close this. This is a concept you to understand. That's why I have did mistake here. If I type India here, see, do you know when I am going to be stopped? No, you don't know, right? Similarly, this Google also don't know. By taking each your letter, it is suggesting you some new values, right? See, now it's not suggesting. If you type A B C, then it has suggested me ABC Pro Limited, ABC Cab. If I type D, then ABCD, ABCD2. If I type E, then something. This Google don't know when you are going to stop. Just like I stopped here, right? And for these three letters, I have these suggested results. It takes some time to load, right? INDS, it gets changed instantly. Still it took some time, took some time, just like milliseconds, right? But your code has not wait for that time. Once you have located element, this you have located element, and after locating that element you have sent keys, means you have typed some value over there, and that was int. Then you, after that Google took some time, right? Suppose 20 milliseconds it took time to load, right? But instantly, without giving those 20 milliseconds at most, you have get all the values, right? You try to get all the values. Suppose I want to print this list. Suppose I want to print this list dot size, right? And sys out. Now I'll run this code. See, 1, because 1 coming from where? This ind, sorry, this ind, right? From this ind. But for others it has not any size, right? Similarly, you have not get any web element for this, and you are trying to print that because you have not wait for that time. For that you need to use thread.sleep. After typing ind, you need to wait for some time. Suppose I will wait for 2 seconds, right? So that our drop down will be loaded at that time. And throw declaration. Now this will be printed. All the results are printed now, right? So this is about your auto suggestive drop down. Anybody want to ask any question? Any doubt? Okay. Oh, sorry. I am coming to that. So I have to click on this. Suppose I have to click on this IND and India Bix. I want to click on this India Bix, right? So just use a variable string name is equal to null, right? And here what you do, instead of printing this, just match if name dot, first you need to store inside a variable, right? Name is equal to this web element dot get text. So first time what was the web element, what was the value? India, right? Second time India map, third time Indigo, fourth time India Mart, fifth time India Post, Indian Village, IndusInd Bank, Independent. Suppose I want to click on this India Mart, right? Then I will copy this value, and suppose this I will store in a variable, right? Every time new value will be stored inside name variable. Now I will match if your name is equal to, if name dot equals, ignore case you need to sometimes, right? If I want to click on this India Mart and I will give India Mart here, right? Once this value will be matching to India Mart, then I will click on that web element. web element dot click, right? So run it. Right, so it clicked on India Mart. Suppose I want to click on India Post. Leave it. I have closed this, I hope. Again I will run this and it clicked on India Post, right? But instantly you get error after clicking on India Post. Let's wait for this time. Error comes. Yeah, it's completed. Now error should come. Okay. What is this error? Thank God it came, otherwise I forgot to explain it. Once I need only one single statement to use and the error will be gone. Can anybody tell what will the error? This stale element reference element is not attached to the page document. Actually what happened, I got my each results. See, I will print so that you can understand. Again I will run this. I will close this so that the speed will be too fast and run this. Let it be completed. See, it has printed till India Mart, right? And after India Mart, it find the India Post, right? Right? After India Mart, see, IND. After India Mart, it find India Post and it clicked on India Post, right? See, so it clicked on India Post after India Mart, right? See, if I clicked on this India Mart, so these other drop downs values are present, right? India Mart and clicked on, sorry, India, it clicked on India Post, right? But now we came to this page, and in this page we have other drop down values not present, and this was trying to print all those because you have those values present in your locator value, right? But locator was correct, which were getting all the values, but same locator was not able to get all values. That's why, because what, because why we have changed our page, right? Once we clicked on the India, once we clicked on the India Post, these values I am not get able to get by the same locator value, right? That's why it said to me that stale element means the false element, false element is not attached to page, right? See how it's powerful. It knows that this element is present in previous page. Just by taking reference of its previous code, Selenium is too powerful, right? So this error it has given. That's why once I click on this web element, I need to break, right? So that I will come out of the loop, right? And it will not try to locate that element, others, it will not try to locate others element, right? Because we will come out of the loop, then it will not try to copy and get text, right? What was the happening? I have get all the values from the same locator, right? Then what I was doing, I have stored those all in list variable, right? In list variable I have passed here. Now from list variable I was giving one by one to this web element, and I was trying to get text from each web element, right? Trying to get, but that web element was present in previous page. After we clicked India post, then that was about previous page, right? So that's why it said that element is not attached to page document, right? That's why it is not able to get text from that web element. Now you are in a different page. So what we did, once I clicked on this web element, I break and I came out of the loop, right? So once we came out of the loop, this will not try to get text for others, because once I will use, it will directly coming out of the loop, right? This is Java concept, what break does. I'll run this and I will not get error this time. See, your rest of the results got printed and you did not get any error, right? So anybody has any question? Yes. No, no, not out of. See, if I'm not actually not getting your question, can you explain this? If you are familiar with Hindi, you can also say. Okay. Why it should print? See, after India Mart, right? After India Mart, it got the India Post, right? After India Mart, it got the India Post. Once the India Post match, it came inside if, right? And clicked on that element and break, right? So if I use break here, so it will come out of the loop. So this line of code will not execute it. So if you want to print India Post, so before coming out of the loop, print this line here. Now it will print and click, doesn't matter. See this India Post, just because after break we instantly came out of the loop and this line was not executed, right? That's why it was not printed. So this is about auto suggestive drop downs. Anybody else? It's good to ask questions. It's also made interactive and others doubt out also gets cleared. Okay. Now okay, yeah, there are others ways also, but this way is more reliable. Why? Suppose I will count how many elements are present here. Suppose I will get one by one all elements, right? Just inspect this and double slash, and for this if I will use SPL1, right? Div see 179, and if I at the rate class is equal to, click on enter, 8 elements it's suggesting as of now, right? So what we do, we will get all the elements, right? And then we need to pass index, right? Suppose I want to click on fifth one. See, this is fifth one. Fifth one is what? Your India versus what? Indonesia. Oh, what's value? Let's go to this and come here. Type google.com. Right click, inspect, and try to write. I already know about that. IND. You don't need to inspect, directly $X and double slash at the rate class is equal to s, right? Click on enter. Oh, double slash I have not used, right? That's why it's giving now doubles. Now click on 11 elements, right? Now if I want to click on this India Mart, right? So this one, right here. If I want to click on this week, we should know that which index it has present, right? So collapse it and see. India Mart is present at fourth value and third index, right? So what I need to do, just come here and $X, close it, and you can give index 3, 3 or value 3, 4 value. Click on it. See, this is only one element now, but for that you have to know what is your index, and then you can click on that. If I want to click on India Mart, then there is another way. Driver dot find element. See, you have to know index for that, right? Others ways also, but one by one, if you will learn the concept, you will explore on by it yourself, right? So uh, this is a suggested way that I have told you, this for each loop, because it will work everywhere, right? But this you need to know, because this depends on everyone's search history, right? Okay, now second thing is, now I'm skipping this. I will cover it next week. I will cover next topics here. Suppose this static drop down is covered, right? This auto suggestive is covered. I will cover dynamic drop down next week. Now I'm going to cover this radio button and check boxes, right? So text boxes is automatically completed just because we have multiple times use this, right? Now here drop down, these two drop downs are completed, and calendar and HTML tables will be next week, right? So just come to the, let's make a separate package for it. Check boxes and drop downs. Oh, and drop downs, check boxes and radio. So we are going to cover this check boxes. See, I'll copy these three lines. I hope you guys will not mind. Copy this and now checkbox. Can, just like I have did, you can also type like this and find check boxes, right? The input forms, and see this seleniumeasy.com is very famous website. Multiple people are writing blogs here. I have also pasted one. Let's see when it gets printed. And input forms, and in input forms you need to work with the checkbox demo, right? See, I want to click in this checkbox, right? I want to click in this checkbox. I will copy this first URL, right? So that I come to this URL first, right? So you can use driver.get and this. Now just locate this web element. Without locating this you cannot do anything. I already have told this multiple times. Right click here and inspect, right? See, input, if id is given, then no need to care about anything. Just you can use the id locators, but I am using the XPath here. You can use id locators as well. I'll paste this one element matching using id locator, right? You can use this as well inside your code, right? Let's write XPath for it, double slash input at the rate id is equal to this, enter, right? This is correct. You can also verify it with this using crow path. If you are not satisfied with this selector sub is newly introduced, this one element matching, and maybe these plugins will be old tomorrow. It's all maybe tomorrow these will be not working. So now you can use the Google Dev tool, right? Console. So this is a Chrome feature, would not going to close any time. This is Dev tools, right? Control L for clearing all these logs, $X, and just paste your X path here. C1, right? Unique. See, this is selected. Now this, if this is selected, then you have uniquely identified it, right locator for it, and driver dot find element pi dot xpath and paste this xpath here, dot click, right? So let's run it and see if it clicks on it. If not clicks, then it means that we need to use the weights, or here we will use thread.zip until we don't cover the Selenium weights. See, it clicked because at times it gets loaded, but sometimes you need to use that thread.slip. Suppose this we have clicked, might be chance that in some web pages already some web elements are clicked. How will you know that already some are clicked, right? So here same, copy this locator, dot is selected, right? It will return true or false. If it will be selected, then it will return true. If it will not be selected, then it will return false, right? So how you will know? You see what happens. This dot is selected, this returns boolean, right? So you need to store in is boolean variable, right? See, just go to and declare a boolean variable, boolean value, and print sys out value, right? If I'll run this, it should return true because it will tick on that, right? True. If I will comment this line, if I will not click this, then it will not be selected, then it should return me false, right? Right, it has not clicked on it, so it is returning false. Guys, I'm audible properly? Okay, thank you. Now from last session, my voice is something good or not? Some increment with that, because I have changed my mic. I want to confirm it. Okay. So this is about your web element. See, uh, you can do one more thing. See here, a method is present. I will tell about this method. I'll send some search some website to practice this. then let you know. uh, get okay, let's leave it as of now, then I will tell you with that particular attribute why it's giving error. Yeah, yeah. Then it should be it's selected, right? Now let's use this same driver. Okay, this is one of is displayed. What does this method mean? I'm just giving you the introduction of these things. Sometimes if you want to confirm that your web page is loaded fully or not, so you can people generally ask in interviews that how will you confirm that that your web page is fully loaded. So there is a I will explain that whole thing in detail in a particular session, but for giving idea to use this is displayed method helps us to know that web page is fully loaded or not. We can take a JavaScript variable, because JavaScript takes a lot of time before HTML loaded gets faster than other JavaScript elements, right? To use any JavaScript element, and if that is visible, then you can be sure that others are also visible. Is enabled means sometimes some the web elements are hidden, so you can use this, right? You can try these. I will also cover the yeah this in upcoming sessions, just I wanted to confirm you, right? So, and about this static drop down, I want to tell one function that select dot select get all selected. This I have talked about select uh, get options, right? Get options, this I talked about. And this is about get all selected options. Sometimes you know that if I click on any drop down, we can select two or three by just pressing on control. So I will also talking about this, right? So these are some not less important things, but every thousands of methods present in Selenium. I want you to elaborate each and everything, right? At least once for a practice, right? So, but whatever will be needed in project, that much I am trying to cover, right? So, and now what's left? Yeah, okay. Same way we can handle radio button also, because these are clickable elements, right? Check boxes and radio buttons. These are clickable, right? So same methods present same functionality and same process. That's why I am skipping this, and these both I am giving as an assignment, right? Sometime. So same things you can, same process, just you need to locate for that, right? Nothing in different. That's why I am not covering that, right? So this Sumit will be giving you assignments related to this. And also you can do one thing, just like I normally what I do, that if I have to make assignments, I just go to, just if I want to give you assignment for auto suggestive drop down, right? So auto suggestive, although drop down, selenium practice, right? Now it will suggest you can search any, and if you face any problem, let us know, we'll fix that. Okay, this one is your website. You can go to this and check this which website is has offered you to practice, and also total or suggestive complete, right? See, in Yahoo also this is same thing. If I type yahoo.com, then you guys can, if I type IND, Indian Railway, Indiga, whatever, right? So you need to grab all this value escape on India versus England, right? That's why Yahoo is now old version. Just because you can see India versus England. When was last match? A year ago. Still it's suggesting it, right? People are normally using the Google Chrome. So this was about web elements for today. Next week, next week I will be covering up the calendar, which is one of the most important and tricky one, and the HTML tables and dynamic drop down. Rest of the things are covered in today's session. Anybody want to ask any question? Anybody has any doubt? So Sumit will be giving you assignment, and please complete that. So from next week I will be increasing pace of it, right? So that we can quickly cover the syllabus. No, I have not covered those pop-ups as of now. Yesterday, I just have covered locators, pop-ups, window iframes. This will be covered uh, all together, right?